Have you ever wondered why some people meditate with a sense of purpose and clarity, while others seem lost in a sea of mental chaos? There's a secret ingredient that differentiates these experiences: a conscious understanding of meaning, awareness, and purpose. Imagine embarking on a journey without a map or a clear destination. You'd likely find yourself wandering aimlessly, unsure of your path, and perhaps even feeling lost. This is what happens when we engage in meditation or other psychological practices without a clear sense of their meaning, without awareness of what we are doing and why, and without a specific purpose. Meaning gives us the why, the reason we need this practice at all. Awareness brings clarity to our actions, keeping us grounded and present. Purpose, meanwhile, acts as our compass, guiding us towards addressing a specific problem or task. Understanding these concepts can transform your practices and lead to a more fulfilling and centered life. So, let's start with the concept of meaning in meditation and psychological practices. When we speak of meaning in the context of meditation, or any psychological practice, we're referring to the underlying reason or the why that motivates us to engage in the practice. It's the driving force, the core purpose that gives value and significance to the practice. Without meaning, we're essentially driving without a destination, wandering aimlessly through the landscape of the mind. Meaning is the cornerstone of any practice. It's what anchors us and provides the motivation to continue, even when the journey gets tough. It's the deep-seated sense of purpose that resonates within us, that makes us feel that what we're doing is worthwhile. Consider this: why do you choose to meditate? Perhaps it's to find inner peace, to manage stress, to cultivate mindfulness, or to connect with your inner self. These are all meaningful reasons that fulfill a specific human need. This need could be emotional, psychological, or spiritual. The beauty of meaning is that it is deeply personal and unique to each individual. Your meaning may be different from mine, and that's perfectly okay. What's important is that it resonates with you, and it fulfills a certain need within you. However, it's crucial to understand that without a clear sense of meaning, the effects of the practice may be fleeting. Imagine trying to build a house without a solid foundation. It may stand for a while, but without a sturdy base to support it, it will eventually crumble. The same applies to meditation or any psychological practice. Without a meaningful reason to anchor the practice, the effects may be short-lived, and the motivation to persist may dwindle. Meaning is what gives depth to the practice. It's what transforms a simple act of sitting quietly and observing the breath into a profound journey of self-discovery and personal growth. It's what turns an ordinary moment into an extraordinary one. It's what makes the practice not just something we do, but a part of who we are. Without meaning, a practice may become a mechanical routine, devoid of passion and enthusiasm. It may become a chore, something that we do because we think we should, not because we genuinely want to. This can lead to burnout and disillusionment, and ultimately, we may abandon the practice altogether. On the other hand, when a practice is imbued with meaning, it becomes a joy, a source of inspiration, a beacon of light in the midst of life's challenges. It becomes a tool for transformation, a pathway to personal growth and self-realization. It becomes a part of our identity, a reflection of who we are and what we value. So as we journey on the path of meditation and psychological practices, let's ensure that we're guided by a sense of meaning, a reason that resonates deeply within us. Let's ensure that our practice is not just a routine but a meaningful journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Remember, without meaning, any practice will merely scratch the surface without making a lasting impact. Scene script. Next, we delve into the concept of awareness. Imagine standing in the middle of a vast, bustling city you've never been to before. There are no signs, no maps, and no one to guide you. Confusion sets in, you may wander aimlessly, getting lost in the maze of streets and alleys. This metaphor mirrors the journey of self-discovery and personal growth without awareness. Awareness is the clear understanding of exactly what we are doing and for what purpose. It's the light that illuminates our path, the compass that guides us through the labyrinth of our own minds. It is the conscious recognition of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and how they interact with the world around us. Awareness is not just about understanding our actions but also the motives behind them. It's about knowing why we do what we do, why we feel what we feel. It's about recognizing the patterns in our behavior and thought processes, and understanding how they influence our lives. Without awareness, we can easily get lost in the flow of internal processes. We can get swept away by our thoughts, feelings, and reactions, often without even realizing it. We can become entangled in negative thought patterns and emotional loops, leading to stress, anxiety, and other mental health issues. But with awareness, we can step back and observe these processes without getting caught up in them. We can see our thoughts as just thoughts, our feelings as just feelings. We can recognize when we're being driven by fear, anger, or desire, and choose to respond differently. We can break free from the cycles of negativity and create new, healthier patterns. Awareness is not a skill that we're born with, but one that we can cultivate. Like a muscle, it strengthens with practice. And just as physical exercise benefits our bodies, awareness exercise, such as mindfulness and meditation, benefits our minds. It brings clarity, focus, and calm. It helps us to live more consciously, more purposefully, and ultimately, more happily. However, cultivating awareness is not always easy. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to face the uncomfortable truths about ourselves. It requires us to be brutally honest, to question our beliefs and assumptions, to challenge our habitual ways of thinking and behaving, but the rewards are well worth the effort. In essence, awareness helps us to navigate the complex maze of our minds. It helps us to see clearly, to understand deeply, and to act wisely. It allows us to make better decisions, to build healthier relationships, and to lead more fulfilling lives. Awareness, therefore, acts as your internal compass, guiding you through your practices. It's the beacon of light in the darkness, the lighthouse guiding us safely to shore. With awareness, we're no longer wandering aimlessly, but moving forward with purpose and direction. We're no longer lost in the city, but exploring it with curiosity and wonder. Now let's tackle the concept of purpose in these practices. Purpose is the beacon that guides us through the dense forest of our minds. It is the compass that directs our actions, thoughts, and intentions towards a specific outcome. Without it, we may find ourselves lost in the maze of our minds, aimlessly wandering without any sense of direction. Think of it this way. When you embark on a journey, you usually have a destination in mind, right? You're not just wandering aimlessly, hoping to stumble upon something interesting. Instead, you have a clear goal, a purpose that drives your journey forward. The same principle applies to meditation and other psychological practices. When we meditate with a purpose, we focus our energy and attention on a specific task or problem. This could be anything from reducing stress or anxiety, improving focus and concentration, developing a sense of gratitude, fostering compassion, or simply seeking a deeper understanding of oneself. This purpose not only gives direction to our practice but also provides a measure for progress. It's like setting a destination on a map. As we travel, we can check our progress, adjust our route if needed, and ultimately, know when we've arrived. Without a purpose, meditation can become aimless and unfocused. We may find ourselves lost in a sea of thoughts, emotions, and sensations, with no clear sense of direction or endpoint. This can lead to frustration, confusion, and even disillusionment with the practice. Moreover, without a clear purpose, the risk of unpredictable consequences increases. Just as wandering aimlessly in a forest without a compass can lead to getting lost, so too can engaging in meditation without a clear purpose lead to psychological distress, confusion, and even a sense of disconnection from reality. Now, it's important to note that the purpose doesn't have to be grand or earth-shattering. It can be as simple as wanting to have a calm start to your day, or seeking a moment of peace in the midst of a stressful situation. What matters is that it's meaningful to you, and that it guides your practice in a direction that supports your overall well-being. In conclusion, purpose is a vital component in meditation and other psychological practices. It provides direction, focus, and a measure for progress. It guards against the risks of aimless wandering and unpredictable consequences. And most importantly, it ensures that our practices are aligned with our needs, our values, and our aspirations. So before you embark on your next meditation session, take a moment to reflect on your purpose. What do you hope to achieve? What problem or task are you focusing on? How will you know when you've arrived? By answering these questions, you can ensure that your practice is purposeful, meaningful, and ultimately, beneficial. Without a clear purpose, you risk wandering aimlessly in your practices, which can lead to more harm than good. Now that we've unpacked the concepts of meaning, awareness, and purpose, it's time to see how they all fit together. Imagine a three-legged stool, each leg representing one of the concepts we've discussed. The stool is our meditation or psychological practice. If even one leg is missing or weak, the stool will wobble or worse, topple over. Similarly, if any one of these concepts is lacking in your practice, it's unlikely to be as effective or fulfilling as it could be. Let's start with meaning, the cornerstone of any practice. Meaning is the driving force, the motivation that gets us to the meditation mat or therapy chair in the first place. It gives us a reason to commit, a reason to persist even when the going gets tough. It's the why of our practice. Without meaning, it's all too easy to lose sight of why we're doing what we're doing, and our commitment may wane. But meaning alone isn't enough. Without awareness, we risk becoming lost in the river of our own thoughts and emotions. Awareness is the compass that keeps us oriented, the flashlight that illuminates the path. It's the what and how of our practice. It's what allows us to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them, to recognize patterns and make changes where necessary. Without awareness, our practice can become a mindless routine rather than a tool for growth and change. Then there's purpose. Purpose is the goal, the destination toward which we're working. It's the what for of our practice. It's what gives our efforts direction and keeps us focused. Without a clear purpose, we risk wandering aimlessly, with no clear idea of whether we're making progress or just spinning our wheels. Each of these concepts influences and is influenced by the others. Meaning gives rise to purpose. If we know why we're practicing, we can set clear and meaningful goals. And if we have a clear purpose, it adds depth and richness to the meaning of our practice. Awareness, in turn, is key to both identifying our purpose and understanding our meaning. It lets us see clearly what we're hoping to achieve and why it matters to us. And as we make progress toward our purpose, our awareness allows us to recognize and celebrate our achievements, which adds even more meaning to our practice. So you see, meaning, awareness, and purpose are not just individual components of a successful practice. They are interconnected, each one influencing and reinforcing the others. They form a kind of feedback loop, each one feeding into and strengthening the others. But it's not enough to simply understand these concepts intellectually. To truly benefit from them, you must apply them in your practice. You must find your own meaning, cultivate your own awareness, and set your own purpose. And you must continually revisit and refine these as you grow and change. It's a journey, and like any journey, there will be challenges along the way. But with meaning to motivate you, awareness to guide you, and purpose to focus your efforts, you'll be well equipped to meet those challenges head-on. So as you move forward in your practice, remember the three-legged stool. Keep the concepts of meaning, awareness, and purpose firmly in mind, and you'll find your practice becomes not just a routine, but a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation. Only by understanding and applying these concepts can you ensure that your practices are conscious, purposeful, and truly beneficial. In conclusion, meaning, awareness, and purpose are not mere buzzwords to be thrown around lightly. These are the cornerstones of successful and impactful meditation and other psychological practices. They form the compass that guides us through the journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. Meaning lights our path, reminding us why we're undertaking this journey in the first place. It fuels our drive and keeps the flame of motivation burning. Awareness, on the other hand, is the map that helps us navigate through the internal processes, the shifting landscapes of our minds. It ensures we're not lost amidst the flow of our thoughts and feelings. And lastly, purpose. It's our destination, the goalpost we're striving towards. It keeps our practices focused and goal-oriented, reducing the risk of unpredictable consequences. Remember, wandering without a compass can end in disaster, but with meaning, awareness, and purpose, you're well on your way to a richer, more fulfilling practice.